zooming past.
Lightning speed.
Lightning. Right, people, so this is 2005-2006 55 plate Daf LF, Packard 4-cylinder, 7.5 tonner, alley bodied. It's a 45 170. So it's a Daf 45. That probably means it's 170 horsepower, doesn't it? I don't know.
I don't know, actually.
Possibly, I think it is. Which runs and drives low. Now, 5 years ago, we had this truck in, 5 or 6 years ago. Mark first bought it. It was ministry test failed because of some cab rust, and it was a bit battered. So, at the time, it had holes in the drops on the on either side of the inner wings, which is or the door shut panels on these. It's quite a common daft thing. So the bumpers were all beat off of it. The body was split in 3 pieces because it's aluminium and had about 500 cracks. The sun visor, half of it was missing, but not the side you wanted. That bit was there, that bit was gone. Okay. And it was generally beaten shit. So I think me and Dom welded it up, rebuilt it. It's got new bumpers, wheel arches, footwells. We repainted it all, and it's been out 5 years. So Mark said, it's getting a bit rusty again. So we were like, because you've got holes through the side here where they opened the door, and the step was a bit floppy on this side. He was like, it's only going to want a couple of patches. Right, we're going to go and jack the cab up on this. We're going to do that. And then we'll show, because we had to get, where's my hammer? I did have to get my proper hammer out for investigation purposes.
To be fair, it is the biggest hammer we got.
Yes, just to prove that we weren't being vandals. So we did use the DAF inspection hammer.
Mickey Mouse's hammer.
And lots of it fell out. So I don't think, well, we'll show you in a minute. It's like, I suppose I can crank the cab up in real time, can I?
Yeah.
Because I have remembered yesterday to take everything off of the dashboard and off of the seats.
From going through the screen.
Straight, which is the normal ones. You go flop and then windscreen. That's half an hour doing this. No, perhaps I've got the lever the wrong way. Is it that one? That way. It's got the cab hooks are hydraulically releasable. She's way. Oh. And then it goes 3/4 forwards, and then it acts like it's going to fall off the truck, because that's standard spec.
Yeah.
Morning exercise. Back to the point of tip. No, not quite.
Now she's there.
That's there. Yeah. It's when it goes flap and hits the floor, you've got a problem.
And it's still going.
Yes, right. What we're going to do now is move you into this side for a look of what we've exposed. Where has my toffee hammer gone? I'll put that on the back of a lorry over here. It's all right. Toffee hammer required for pointing and tapping purposes. So, this is where we got to. So this cab chassis section here looked a bit juicy. Wasn't bad 5 years ago. So I tapped it on this and it fell out with this. And I thought, that's probably not good, because obviously these are the cab supporting latching hooks. For the hydraulic things here. And this one, I mean, that one over there, she's lovely.
Yeah.
This one. But all that was like piled surface, so obviously there is a degree of ministry tester can do. He can't really beat it terribly hard with a hammer, even a toffee stick one.
Yeah.
So I mean, it passed through last year, but most of this I think was then holding together. So it had all of this here repaired the other year, or 6 years ago, but it's done tipper lorry things, and so there is no cab door seal things. They've gone all the way up through. That there is the floor. That's left the building.
Yeah.
That bit there. That there is plastic trim and carpet.
Yeah.
That there is some plastic trim, carpet, and then we've got a bit more carpeting going on here. This is here, but but it is getting a bit,
Yeah, it looks a bit.
juicy loosey. We may swap sides now to full. So it's also gone down in here as well, where the door shuts in there. There's a big hole there because I hit it with my toffee hammer, so no one told me off for being, because this is not a hole making hammer, literally. It was
No.
it fell off. So on this side we have similar type of problems. Now admittedly this was sort of hanging in here, then a man tried to unscrew the step, which is attached on a load of captive riv nuts here, and the bit that the step was bolted to went twirly round and round and fell off. Because to be honest, that is the main step pickup there, that has died. There should be a sill here, that has died. Then it's died a bit there, and then we've got some more carpeting coming on through there. But this chassis leg, she is minty. So now we have a problem. Rest of the truck's really good. Cab, not quite so good. Weldable, yes. I don't know whether you can get these. I haven't checked yet. But to be honest, what we're beginning to think is that it's going to be a load of effort, time and effort. We're going to have to pull the carpets, the seats, try and reinvent this, try and reinvent that chassis leg. That chassis leg has also gone at the top. There's holes this side at the top. And it's probably not worth it. But the trouble is, the rest of the little truck is really buoyant and very good and does exactly what they want it to do. So we come up with the idea that probably it's as quick to change the cab for a good one than it is to try and fix this one. Now, I think I've got a mate who's got a dead TNT lorry that they pinched the engine out of because one of theirs went pop. Sat in his yard. Because I think these LFs are similar to quite late in the series. So we're going to go and see him. There is only one downside.
Colour?
It's bloody orange. So Mark was like, I'm going to have it all sign written. He was like, well, no, you won't do, because the sign writing is on the doors.
Yeah.
So what we need to make a mind up on, one, if we can get the cab, two, if it's any good.
Yeah.
Three, if it fits. Because obviously this is lorrying and we don't do that much lorrying really these days. So I'm pretty sure that the LFs are, and then whether, obviously, I expect you'll find that the wiring harnesses and all of the technical equipment bolted inside of it will be different. So that means we have to take all the wiring harnesses, dashboards and the technical equipment out of this, which we didn't have time for because we were well overworked anyway. But now it's broken, sat here, and we're sort of stuck with it.
Yeah. Because we'd have to remove the tacho and all that sort of jazz.
Yeah, most of the electronics are going to have to go over because the tacho is calibrated and live and to this chassis number.
Yeah.
So we'd need to do that. But that's not killer. I don't quite know the legality of removing a tacho and putting it back in again because they're in unbreakable cages, aren't they? You're not supposed to be able to pull them out.
Oh.
But if we took a whole dashboard...
Yeah, it comes with.
Otherwise, we'll have to have the tacho recalibrated and re-secured.
Yeah.
But that's down to them, that's not us. We just repair things. I mean, like, same again, there's a serial number plate just about hanging on there. I won't hit it too hard. We might need to put that on the new one. So, and then if worse comes to worse, we're going to have to paint an orange cab white. Which is, I mean, that'll be 5 minutes. Quick scuff.
Quick scuff, throw it on.
Yeah, because I mean, cause that wouldn't take 10. That wouldn't take 10 at all.
No.
Because we had time for that. But we do have other upsides. So, the Claire dog van situation.
Yes, there's been a result.
There has been a minor result. Well, it's a result for us, possibly. So basically, we've stripped it all off. We have recovered it, stripped it all off, and then we waited forever. I mean, I can't believe that insurance companies take so much time to sort things. So finally, I got a phone call last week that said it was all sorted. They offered her like 3,100 quid for the thing.
Nice.
Nice. And then said, but this time they wanted £1,000 to keep the van. We were like, really? That's beating a death pile of turd. So to Claire, you really want to pay me 200 quid, you'd sort of put a front on it, wouldn't you? But I'm not paying £1,000 for it and then paying another £1,000 to put it together. It's pointless, you might as well buy a van. So then she was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go and buy a van. And then there was noise about me transferring dog cages. Then she found an XRS PCA heated, fully kitted out, long wheelbase Kangoo dog van yesterday. So we don't have to fix the Citroen.
Yay.
It can go to Copart exactly as it is. So if you see it on Copart, all the bits will be thrown in the back of it. It wants all the front putting on it, and it does sort of work, and it might possibly have some dog cages in it because I can't even bother taking them out because she's got some new ones. So that's one less job after wasting a load of my time, life, effort, money straightening it out.
Yeah.
But that's the motor trade. So you've painted Ranger bumpers this morning.
I have.
We'll go show you that.
Bumper on the wing.
Yeah, obviously in our contained spray area.
Yes, in the spray booth.
In the spray booth. and because we couldn't find a paint person who answered the phone and did things.
Yeah.
Yeah. They hide, don't they?
They do.
It's too cold this time of year for painty people. And my phone's ringing again.
Oh.
So we are flat out rangering. We have painted the Ranger bits ourselves, haven't we?
Yes.
Park at the shininess. Bit of dust in the paint, but we are in a big manky shed, so don't think it's really going to worry. Because
The rest of it's pretty much scratched.
It's scratched to death anyway, so that bit is much better. And then if we turn this camera around and go over here we have a completely rebuilt, new to it front bumper in the correct colour.
Yes.
So it's Ford Sea Blue.
Sea blue.
Because don't put paint code on it, you have to phone Ford up because no one knows what it is. So we had to phone Ford. They were very helpful yesterday.
Ah.
Went, no, and they went Sea Blue. Okay.
Is it actually classed as a blue?
Yes, because that's what I thought it was. It
I
sea
thought
grey.
it was grey.
Might be sea grey. It's sea grey. Because Martin thinks it's blue. I said it was grey.
I think it's grey.
I think it's sea grey. So it's sea grey, not sea blue.
Yeah.
But he's like, my pickup truck's blue. And I'm like, don't know what's wrong with your glasses, but mine, maybe it is blue. It's a difficult colour, isn't it? So apart from one bit that we are missing that we didn't realise we were missing, because the spotlight bulb and the older, she's gone.
Yes, they're gone.
That with the plug that plugs it into the truck.
Yes.
Yeah, that left somewhere.
They're
Yeah, I think it probably ran that over on the way in.
quite possibly.
So we didn't realise that was missing. So we'll have to tell him, because we're going to have to find that he can deal with only having one spot lamp. Not that he probably Martin even knows how to turn them on or is worried about this.
Yeah.
He's quite happy he can go and do buildery things.
Yeah. I mean, it's not due an MOT for months and months and months and months.
Well, the fog lamps don't count for an MOT anyway. We just leave the other one unplugged and then neither of them will work.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get a new plug. We're going to have to. Well, we ain't going to get a plug. We're going to have to get a new fog lamp with a bulb holder and everything. Because I reckon when it got mushed, it fell out and then he drove it and it's just torn it off, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So then we know this bit fits because I tested it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So the only difference is that the other bumper had this bit in
Silver.
So we're not worrying about that.
No, I think it looks better in
I think it's an
blue-grey.
improvement.
Yeah.
And well, put it this way, it's got to be an improvement.
It's got to be. Go on now, show them the. Oh, you've broken that bit.
It's got to be an improvement on that one, isn't it?
Yes.
Professional body repair this is, Salvage rebuilds, eat your heart out.
I suppose we could glue it back together and sell it for lots and lots of money.
Well, that's all.
Oh, not now, you've broken it.
Yeah, because I think that silver bit is a pop-off, but I don't think it pops.
It is on that, but
it's
on
plastic,
this,
it's moulded.
It's moulded in, as is the fog backing plates, because of these pieces here.
Oh, were mushed.
One was mushed, and I glued that back together, and then I went to go and fit them. I was like, oh, bugger, they're already moulded into the bumper.
Because I think this is a lower. This is a.
So I think this is like an aftermarket.
Doesn't matter.
It's identical to what was actually on
there, but it's in one lump rather than.
Yeah.
And it's a bit more plasticky.
I think it's a better quality in all honesty.
To be honest, I think this will take a hit.
Not that we're going to encourage you to...
No, but we know what's going to happen. So we
do
know that it's going to get tested again. So I think actually, because this is like bendable ABS type plastic,
it's good
whereas
stuff.
that shatters, and that was 5 bits clipped together. Whereas I think this will take a glancing blow, and then all we need is the heater, and then we could just pop it back out again.
Yeah.
So I think what we've actually done is upgraded it.
We have.
Unless we bolt a lump of RSJ across the front of it, it'll be, it's good out. No, Martin's driving's fine, we're only taking a piss.
Yeah.
But these things happen because you can't see.
It was just one of those.
One of those little posts. There used to be one in the one of the car parks in Blandford. Mm-hmm. It's like a little Dalek. This my lord. one of my customers hit it in a 3-month-old Q7, might have been a Q8.
Oh.
They phoned us up and said, if you're passing, could you? We went and we were like, what the hell? And it had gone in that side, but right through. So through the crash member, through the whole like headlight mounting panel, and then completely trimmed the intercooler, the small one, there's one either side, it just sort of taken that clean off.
Bloody hell.
And we were like, you need to take that to Aldi because it's under warranty and it's like 60, 70, 80, 90 grand's worth, and I think you've broken it. And the steering arm's bent as well because it had yazooed that while it was at it.
Oh no.
Yes, yeah.
Proper job then.
Oh yeah, but it was only like coming out of a car park, spun round and just went, munch! And it just, because there's nothing in like the front of one of them, I mean, that's all plastic. What I am going to do is I've got permission off of the Habgoods, Nigel and Mandy. Nigel sent me the photographs.
Oh, of when
Mandy got hit in one of these. I'll put the photo. I would have put them in last week, but I didn't get to it. So I will put the photographs in now. I am taking the piss out of this Ford Ranger for being soft and squashy.
But they are.
But body structure-wise, my lord. So if you think the impact on Mandy's, she was coming out of Coombe Bissett, a van came across her side of the road and hit her corner to corner. It was a transit, because the transit went up here, hit the door pillar, that flipped it on its roof, and the van went that way into a hedge. But the Ranger, I mean, God Christ, man, that thing. The impact was that hard, it shattered the engine and the gearbox. Mm-hmm. They separated. And I mean, Avaya from some broken legs and ankles. I think she did some damage to her legs. And even the firemen...
That's right, she was on crutches
for a
while,
but the firemen that were seen were like, Jesus Christ, if you'd have been sat in a car...
Yeah, you'd have been
broken. You'd have been brown bread. Mm. And they were quite surprised. I was quite surprised. I mean, this Ranger took... It's 100 mile. If you put 50 mile an hour coming out and 50 mile an hour, it's 100 mile an hour dead stop. Mm. And she wouldn't be here, lovely lady that she is, without the Danger Ranger. Right.
Danger Rangers.
Yeah, right. I'm drinking my tea and then I'm going for MOT.
Okay, I'm going to chuck this on.
So there you go, one fixed Ranger. Wing, pretty good colour match against the two for two blokes in the shed. Bumper on, lights in. We're still missing a bulb and a bulb holder for this fog lamp, so we've just disconnected both of them, wired it up for a minute. I'm going to wait for that to turn on. Mud flat wheel arch line and a side step. Broom, out of the workshop. 20 to 7 at night on a Tuesday. I'm going to swap this over for a transit because Fudgy's going to transit finish while I'm obviously funeraling tomorrow and holidaying for the rest of the week, and you might end up with a Sunday video of me going around Cornwall. Don't like that. So I'm going to swap this for this out, transit in. I've got to take a wheel off a Rolling Thunder because Fudgy's going to paint the wings for the transit, and while he's at it, I've got him flashing me H-spokes over white, so I need to take that back off, test fitting. The big four-wheel drive Sprinter is now working. New ECU done. Man's gone. He's quite happy. That's that one fixed. And I think we're sort of getting there. So I've got to finish BMW tickets. BMW goes next week. Not this weekend, next weekend. We've got a lot of work to do in the week, but we will get there because we're on it. transit back in. I had to temporarily stick the headlights in so I could see to drive around the yard. All of this bit, good. So seats have got to go back in. This is all waxy oiled to death. We'll give it a bit more waxy oiling, and then basically Fudge over the next couple of days while I'm away is going to put the whole front back up on this, stitch her all up, put a new cross panel in the back, straighten his headstock, sort her right out. So next week we will be MOTing on that, and it is ready to leave after we've washed and polished it. And then obviously next week we've got to go absolutely hell for leather and finish a BMW. We've got a bit behind with that. So the BMW, the drawer is on the 15th. It will be polished, the engine will be properly back in it, and it will be ready to rock and roll by that time. But you'll see a load of video footage on it next week. And I'm going to go and remember to throw all the cardboard and the rubbish in that big bin that we paid to be emptied every 2 weeks that I keep forgetting to fill up, and then it cost me like 35 quid to have an empty bin emptied. So I'm doing that before I go home. That's me done for the day at 8 o'clock at night. Thank you very much. Ow, 6D diesels.